going to hear from is Andrew White. He is a Houston businessman. Come on up,
Yeah.
Andrew. I have a good friend here, Katie Ritz, and her son went to school with this guy in 4th, 5th, 6th grade at Zavala Elementary in East Austin.
Yeah.
So how about that, right?
Yes.
His dad said, "You're not going to private school. I'm the governor. You're going to public school."
Oh, yeah.
And he did. And those were wonderful schools, and he's
It worked.
quite successful.
It worked. It worked okay.
But a little bit about him. He's launched his bid for governor. He's vowing to run as an independent in the Democratic Party. Texans are tired of the culture wars, he says, and we want a governor that will focus on things that matter: schools, hospitals, infrastructure. He's also accused Abbott of costing Texans billions more in electricity bills after the winter ice storm that we all remember, right? And he has pushed lawmakers to enact earlier this year to not take away valuable funds from our public schools. Let's give a warm welcome to Andrew White.
Thank you. Who's ready for a new governor out there? Anybody ready? Yeah, I'm Andrew White. I'm running for governor of Texas as an independent Democrat. That's a Democrat who will unite progressives with moderates and invite independents into our party. We've got to make the big tent a little bigger if we're going to win statewide, right? We're not running in Lloyd Doggett's congressional district here. We're running statewide in Texas. And the stakes are high because we're living in a war on women. Abbott's turned women and doctors into criminals, right? And I don't care where you're on the issue of abortion. Nobody wants women and doctors to be turned into criminals. Abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. We're living in a war on immigrants. We have masked men walking into people's homes and dragging them out based on the color of their skin. We need a pathway to citizenship. We have a war on public education. Who knew? Who knew that was in their card of tricks, whatever. $1 billion going from public schools to private schools, it makes no sense. We've got to be strategic. We've got to be strategic. We can fix all of these problems with one thing: a new governor. A new governor, right? Yes. So here's the thing. Governor Abbott has been a politician for 30 years. He's undefeated running against politicians. It's just dims the facts. He beat Wendy Davis by 21 points. He beat Lupe by 13 points. He beat Beto by 10 points. Beto, probably one of the greatest progressive Democrats in state history. This is Texas we're running in. So if we want a different result, we kind of need to do something different. That's where I come in. I'm a 30-year entrepreneur. I've started 4 businesses. I've successfully sold 4 businesses. The traits of a great entrepreneur: hard work, creativity, team building. These are the same traits for a great governor as well. I will bring those traits. I will fight for education. I can be a real son of a teacher. What did y'all think I was going to say? I'm a son of a teacher. I'm a son of a teacher. My mother was a teacher. My grandmother was a teacher. My aunt was a teacher. I'm not done yet. My sister was a teacher, and I married a teacher. I don't know how she had to be a teacher. I married her. And my father was governor of Texas in the 80s and did more for public education than any governor in our lifetime. Thank you. I appreciate that. But here's the thing. If I don't get education right, I'm not invited to dinner, guys. This is a family affair. I got to get this right. Our teachers are paid $10,000 below the average salary. We've got to raise teachers' salaries, right? My first day on the job, Mr. Michael Morath gets the pink slip. He's out of there. We're going to end the STAR test. There's a lot that needs to be done, and we're going to do it. Texas should be competing with Massachusetts, not with Mississippi in schools, right? We can do it. The only difference is leadership. We know how it's done. It's just leadership. It is. Hospitals. I will fight for our hospitals. Here's the deal. The federal government gave an option to Greg Abbott. He said, we'll give you $10 for every $1 that you put up. $10 in health care for Texans. All we had to do was raise $1. You already know the answer. Greg said no. What a dumb decision that was. I mean, but why did he do it? What was his rationale? It was called Obamacare. He didn't like the name. Only 9 other governors made that decision. 40 governors are smarter than Greg Abbott. When I'm governor, we will expand Medicaid, and there's so much more we can do. Listen, when you set an entrepreneur loose on our healthcare system, interesting things are going to happen. I'm ready to lead on that front. The third thing that matters, this is the third biggest part of the budget. It's infrastructure. It's infrastructure. Guys, you remember Winter Storm Uri. Let me just give you a little bit of an economics lesson about what happened during those 5 days. Normal electricity rates are 4 cents a kilowatt. For 5 days in Texas, the pipes were frozen, and electricity was 900 cents a kilowatt. That's a lot different than 4. Greg Abbott could have said, no, we're not going to use that price cap. He kept the price caps in place, 900 cents a kilowatt every hour of every day for 5 days. Now listen, that's a $45 billion mistake. That costs $6,000 per family. That's the Greg Abbott tax on your utility bill. He didn't have to do that. We're going to talk about that a lot. We're going to talk about that a lot. The last piece on infrastructure, this is why I'm here. I thought about running again. It's a huge effort. I did this in 2018, came really close. On July 4th, the flood happened. My wife and I got some really scary text messages that morning. My son was a counselor at La Junta, which is on the river right down from Mystic. They didn't know where he was. All we knew was he was hit. He was in the worst hit cabin. We, of course, jumped in our cars and ran like so many other parents did down to Hunt, Texas. Thank God he was okay. And here's what happened. He woke up and his 3 other counselors saw the water was rising. The water rose so quickly that they ended up having to swim 37-year-old boys, little boys, swim them into the rafters. These 4 counselors, 18-year-old boys, are my heroes. They're amazing. They saved those boys' lives. And I'm so thankful for that. But my neighbor's daughter didn't come home. And why did this happen? Why did it have to happen? Because Kerr County had been asking for the money for years. And at this time, to be a good little MAGA governor, you had to not spend money. So the state said no, multiple times, to the equipment that we needed that would have woken up the whole neighborhood to tell them about the flood. They said no. And here we are. And that's completely unacceptable. And people are finding out. People who are not involved, people who don't show up at events like this, they're finding out that our governor is not. He's really good at showing up after the catastrophe, but he's not preparing us for the next catastrophe. So it's time to do something different. It's time to nominate an entrepreneur. That's the only way I think we can beat Greg Abbott. He's got $100 million sitting in his bank account. I want him to spend every single one of those dollars on me. I want every single one of them. Because if he's not spending it on me, he's spending it on everybody else and all those other races. So we've got to put someone up against him who will scare him, and I will scare him. So I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for your support. Spread the word. Let's build a better Texas together. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I've got time. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've got time for a question. Do we have one or two questions? I'd love to answer. If there's anything that anybody would like to ask, I'm happy to answer it. Yes, sir.
How are you going to work your name recognition?
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. First of all, no one should vote for me because my dad was governor. I didn't earn it. He earned it, not me, right? But here's the deal. He's my dad. And of course, I'm super proud of him and who he is. I don't think the acorn falls too far from the tree. The values that he taught me are the values that I saw in him when he was governor. More than half of the Democratic voters lived during the 80s and remember him. And so I think it's like I said, no one should vote for me because of my father, but it's an advantage. And here's what, I will use that advantage because we need everything we can do to beat Greg Abbott. And that's why I'm here. So thank you for the question. Thank you guys very much. There's bumper stickers on the table there for y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.